It's toxic, carcinogenic, and builds up in the body over time. The FDA never approved fluoride in water for a reason. It's cheap industrial waste. Vote no for cheap industrial waste in your water being passed off as fluoride.
It's a bad idea because it's got a lot of toxins and contaminants in it, and there's no safe level of these contaminants for kids. We're supposed to be doing this for kids. The city's supposed to be doing this for kids, and what they're doing is putting in these bad chemicals, and there's no safe level. So that's what the problem is.
Where can people go online to research this for themselves and make up their own mind?
They can start with Clean Water Portland. It's a good place to go. And they'll get a lot of information there to give you unbiased information. The scientific truth is what they're looking for. They'll find it right there.
Fluoride is toxic to every living cell, so there's nothing it doesn't damage. So here's a list that the National Academy of Sciences detailed in their 2006 report. Bone cancer, bone fractures, brain function, lowering IQ, dental fluorosis, diabetes, endocrine system disruption, kidney disease, thyroid disease. And all of these were, every one of the above were cited by the National Academy of Sciences report. Fluoride in drinking water is either a definite risk to human health or a potential risk for which further research is needed. 70% of the country is now fluoridated, which is a crime. It's poisoning for profit, pure and simple.
Yeah. And where does fluoride come from?
Well, this fluoride comes from the fertilizer industry. They boil the rocks to make fertilizer. They boil it in sulfuric acid, and it gives off silicofluorides, which are also tainted with all kinds of other contaminants, if you will, lead, arsenic, cadmium, radionuclides, lots of nasty things that you don't want to be anywhere near. It's not cleaned up, it's put in barrels, it's shipped to municipalities, and another trend is now coming out that we're getting some of it from China. And we don't know what's in that. It's not tested, it's not cleaned up, there's no knowledge as to what's actually inside that stuff. They've been able to create thyroid disease in laboratory rats at 1 part per million, which until a few years ago was the recommended dose. It's been lowered about 42% in 2011 because of this 2006 report from the National Academy of Sciences. So, thyroid disease in rats at 1 part per million. The same thing basically they're talking about putting in the drinking water. That's not any indication of safety. Also, if you read your toothpaste tube, and it says if you swallow more than the amount used for brushing, and it recommends a pea-sized amount. The pea-sized amount is about 1/4 of a gram. 1/4 of a gram of toothpaste translates out to 38 ounces of optimally fluoridated drinking water. Okay, so if you're drinking your 8 glasses a day, you're drinking twice the dosage that your toothpaste tube says to call the Poison Control Center right away if you drink it.